Alright, we're doing a rocket unboxing because today we're going to build a mid-power rocket.
Yeah, I guess you're running. Okay.
Mid-power rockets are launched on FNG motors, and Amy's never done it before. I have done
A lot.
mid-power and high-power. I am high-power level 2 certified through the National Association of Rocketry. And we can totally get into that if you love it. That'd be fun to get you certified. But before you get into high-power, figure we do a little mid-power. So this is going to be bigger and fatter than any rocket you have ever built before. But we've done a lot of low-power rocketry together, including 2 years ago on your birthday when I got you that Astrocam. This is the rocket we picked. Unbox it, Amy.
Oh.
I already cut the tape.
Okay. Was it with our new Exacto knife?
It was with my old one.
That's okay. Alright, so this is AeroTech
It's an
mid-power.
AstroTech kit. Yeah.
And we're gonna rename it. So
We're gonna
okay.
make some modifications.
All right. So here is doodads.
Yep. Need those. Definitely using that. I'm gonna open that.
Okay.
Parachute.
Parachute, but this is
We're gonna trade it out.
we're gonna upgrade. Over there. Wow. Where's that? Oh. Well, I mean, I didn't think that was
No,
hard.
corn.
That's, man, this is gonna be awesome. Go ahead, situation. So this must be the other side.
Somewhat
Yeah.
motor tube too. Feature that.
There, yeah. Put that there. I'm actually gonna do this here. Cause I gotta get to whatever the hell's in here. Help! Oh wait.
Lift from Ooh. We're good at this.
More tube. We practiced. Oh! God damn. More of tubes.
These are the
And directions.
instructions. We're gonna need some of these.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so the first thing you want to do before you start gluing rocket parts together is get all of your little parts sorted so you know what and where everything is.
Like Legos.
Like Legos. So, these are the strakes. We're gonna not use those.
Okay.
They're decorative. This is the parachute.
So those were
just the decorative parts.
decorative parts that we don't care about.
We're gonna substitute a different parachute. We are going to definitely use this motor retainer. We are definitely not going to use that baffle or this. And because we are going to use the rail guides, because we're going to launch on rail, we do not need
I thought it was.
the launch lugs.
Okay.
Last but not least, this is elastic. Elastic is for underwear, according. I don't know who said it first, but I heard it in one rocket video, and I've heard it in like 1,000 cents. That's the line.
It's a thing.
Elastic is for underwear.
So
So we're going to use Kevlar instead, which I have.
No underwear for our rocket.
So the first thing, once you got all your pieces put together, okay, this is going to be an adapter. So this is our motor tube. This is a way to build a little adapter so that you can adapt down and shoot smaller diameter motors. We're going to do 29 millimeters and not 24. Again, things we don't need. Okay. Leaving us half of what we bought. Perfect. So the first thing you want to do
One half my money.
is dry fit everything.
So make sure
you just put it all on.
that now you can see better.
So the motor retainer, where this screws on over the motor, is going to go on the very end of the tube. Like that.
Motor retainer.
Which means everything else we do has got to at least have that much clearance. So we could draw a little line there, but I'm bored. these are the things that the fins go into. The patented fin lock system.
Fin lock system. Dang.
Probably doesn't want me to do it that way. And for a penny. We're now using the other end.
There.
So that's going to go like that. Then we have another fin lock. And these bad boys need to be really lined up with one another.
Because the fins
Have to lock into them.
So okay. So in other words, there's holes, and the fins go through
The body tube, yeah.
The body
so
tube.
That's another thing in which we were talking earlier about
into this
how
engine holding
mid-power has a lot more to, like, mid-power is more similar to high power than low power. And launching on a rail, having motors that burn from the inside out instead of from one end to the other. And Satan and yeah, so having what are called through-the-wall fins, so the fins get mounted to the motor mount. In fact, for my largest rocket,
way more stable.
I built the fins onto the motor mount outside of the rocket, and then these slots, I actually wound up cutting them all the way down so that I could...
So you can slide it over.
I doubt we'll have to do that for this. Here are the slots that I'm talking about.
Yes, I found them. There they are. Here's the flippers.
If I could get these anywhere close, I'd be happy. Alright. So that's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. Down, boy. Then we need to make sure these are lined up and the correct distance, because you really want the fin to go right into the slot.
Let's just enjoy some beach plum water.
Just a skosh.
Yeah, so this, I would say that this is, because of course on the smaller ones and back in the day, where you're gluing them
To the outside of the
externally.
airframe, right?
I mean, I remember if you recall, like I think it was summer enrichment workshop at Werner.
That's our elementary school.
Where it was the balsa wood fins, and we were even doing things. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong about this. If this is where we did it or not. Where we would even put glue on the balsa wood fins to make them more aerodynamic. Was that SCW? Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it was a whole thing. It was like we're gonna make them more aerodynamic.
And you do all of that with high power.
Yeah,
You just don't do that with AeroTech kits.
But how old were we in SCW?
8.
When they had us, I mean, I think that's when they had us using trigonometry.
Okay, see how this is going together?
To figure out how high it went. Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, so if the angle from the ground and the launch rod is 90 degrees, and you measure this angle from the ground looking up at the rocket, then you measure the distance between the launch rod and where you're standing to get that angle.
Yes.
So you've got this length and this angle, and you want this length, which would be the height of the rocket.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm pretty sure
it's tangent.
That's when they had us doing trig.
Yep.
In elementary school.
Tangent
I mean,
is opposite over adjacent, right? Because we don't care about hypotenuse.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at this, Alabama.
Roll Tide. So this is pretty much where we're going to want everything. So we probably want to draw some lines with a pencil, and then we're going to glue it.
Oh, this is Donatello.
Oh yeah, that's the gross pencil. Pick a different pencil.
Oh, but it's purple and has a Ninja Turtle. Ooh, yeah, this is
Actually,
this is a fancy drawing pencil.
Yeah, I have fanciness.
H.
All right. So now all we have to do is scoop this up a little bit, put a band of glue down, and put it back. The instructions say to use cement, which I don't know what they mean. Most people use CA for this.
So what's CA?
Cyanoacrylate superglue.
Superglue.
Yeah.
So so this is the realm where calling it superglue is not cool. So you call
You
it.
can call it superglue.
So you call it CA, but I mean I want to be
Cyanoacrylate, what it is. Well, yeah, we all want to be
Okay,
cool.
like I'm gonna call it dihydrogen.
Other than that ship has sailed many years ago, but
Yeah, and that we've been cool for so long.
yeah. So we're gonna use JB Weld for this motor retainer because you always want to use something that's heat stable, or where the fire comes out. And I kind of am of the like, if I'm mixing up JB Weld, I might as well just do most of it. It's not gonna hurt, and we know it will hold. And as I said before, is this gonna be more than it needs? Absolutely. Is it gonna hurt it? No. And in other news, I can tell when I've mixed JB Weld because it's white and black, so if it's a uniform gray, I know that it is well mixed, which I like about it. These tubes, you see how it has a sheen on it? Mm-hmm. It has a little layer of, I don't know what it's made of, plastic. A lot of times people peel that off. I'm just gonna sand it off in the two places that we're gluing this.
That seems easier.
So let me get some sandpaper, and I'll get the JB Weld out, and we'll mix it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it really turns into a nice uniform gray color. So while I'm stirring, I want to talk about our goals for doing mid-power rockets. One is to get you into it, and the other is, since my high-power launches have all been certification flights, and when you're doing a certification flight, you really want to minimize what's going on. You want the rocket to go up, come down, and be flyable again so that you will pass. And
I can smell that stuff.
yeah, it's not unpungent.
Euphoria.
And so I've got like a lot of electronics I want to play with that I left off of my high power flights because I did not need the complication.
Keep it simple.
Exactly.
For testing purposes.
Now I'm going to put a condom on my finger.
Because very sticky.
Because it's not that it's sticky, it's that you can develop an allergy to it, I've been told, and I don't want to. Now, having said that, there is no way, if I'm using CA, I will absolutely glue two of my fingers together, and if I am using epoxy, it will somehow get in my hair every time. Alright, we're good.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure.
You have sanded this well, Padawan. I want to make sure we get it in the right order. This is where the pictures help.
Would you like? I will secure this for you.
See, that's how I get it in my hair. No one's here.
I mean, I can see, because yeah.
Because when you're doing certification flights, you have to build the rocket 100% by yourself.
No one can even hold down the cardboard.
Well, I don't know that that's true. That's probably not true, in fact. But it's kind of the way I read rules. The other thing I like about JB Weld is time. I've got working time before this stuff sets up. I can place things, I can move them, I can replace them. I don't have to panic, unlike CA, which is instantly grips. And sometimes that's what you want. You're just tacking something in place and you want to hold it there, so you just put a little dot of CA on it. But in this case,
I love these little finger things.
I know, these little finger cuts. Stay. Remove.
Trash can.
Trash can.
Okay. Okay.
God help us.
So now
I'm gonna twist this guy on. Come on. Get on the tube. Get on the tube. Don't get on me. Don't get on my hair. Get on the tube. Get on the tube. Why does everybody hate me? Why does God hate me? Why does God hate me?
Ooh. Do you want to do it on this so it doesn't ruin your... Here you go.
No. table not gonna. I just needed to go.
Just the starter, just the
Just
starting
get on,
part.
Just get on. And it's already on me.
So we wait for the anaphylaxis. I can't believe that you can.
No, it's not like anaphylaxis.
Well,
it's
I know,
like a
but-
rash or
but sure.
something. And God knows I've got it on me every other time. I just try. I try to keep it
Try
on
to
me.
be
I
good.
can't do it. I hate my life.
Nice. But then that means the other one has to come from the top.
Yes, it does.
The one that's already covered in JB Weld.
I could wipe it.
That's true. Maybe I should do that.
Hang on, I need more. This is part of it.
Everything is
Everything is fine, so.
Okay. So that goes on, and that's where you screw in
The motor.
the motor,
Alright, that looks good.
and you smoosh that down. Do you want a tissue?
And yeah,
There's
I want a
the-
paper towel.
The paper
To the right, to the
To
right.
the right.
This right.
The other right.
My right. And ironically,
I locked in on the other tissue, but not there.
hang on.
That's a brand new.
Hang on. I'm gonna take the bit that's squirted out and put it here. I did it backwards.
Oh no! I did it backwards.
I did it backwards.
Oh shit.
It's okay.
So yeah, that's why because you have time.
JB Weld.
JB Weld gives you time.
Everything is wrong. I hate building rockets.
Yeah.
The glue is all over me. It's all over the threads, which means we have to get it out.
Oh god.
All right. That looks great.
Just as planned.
Wipe it down.
Okay.
Get it off of the threads.
Okay,
when
I'm gonna-
All right. So that was easy.
Just as planned. Ah.
Twisting always works better than pushing, I have found.
Physics.
Something like that.
Something.
All right.
And that's working. That's great.
Yeah.
Please say it's the right orientation
So far.
so far.
And then we'll put this guy on. So these are the centering rings that hold the motor into the center of the airframe.
Right. Again, at first I was wondering if it was something that was just for placement, but it stays because it actually keeps it where it should be in the middle.
Right.
Stop making eye contact with me when you do that. Okay. So now it's because you've marked it off with the pencil. So
Right.
that's why we know where it is, and we lined it up with this. So now you're putting it where you've marked off on the with the pencil,
Yeah, and where you sanded it so that it will
and
get a
it's already
good
been
grip.
sanded.
Now, to make sure that we get it just right, we are going to use the pins.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's that time of it's that time again. How many of these I have? You have a lot.
I have a box.
Where do you buy finger cuts?
Walgreens.
Walgreens? What do people use finger cuts for that they need them at Walgreens? Not rocketry.
Well, yeah.
I mean us.
That's why they have
we
them.
do.
This is entirely why they are made. It's for me and my rockets.
Rocketry. I'm making a trash pile. There we go. I'm going to investigate the finger cuts. It's wow.
Yep. Good. Now,
A little dry bear weld on
wait for this to dry.
Okay. The lighting's such that
Okay. Just in what the last.
so it matters less where it is. It's just
Right. It's just up
the
there.
structural kind
It
of.
mattered if we were going to use that baffle system.
But we are too cool for that baffle system.
Well, I prefer. Here's the problem with the baffles. It's filled with that stuff you saw that looked kind of like steel wool. And while that can help cool ejection gases and it's fine, it can get clogged with the black powder from the charge, and you can't replace it because it's like glued deep in the rocket. So. We are outside.
And so this is just set in here.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me just prime everything then.
Do it.
It'll be super hard to tell because we're putting white on white.
Well, this is where the painter's tape really comes into its own.
Yeah,
I invented this
no more white paint on white paint.
fin box.
It's great.
Thank you. I hope they're spaced enough. I tried.
The bottom part, I'm trying to figure out the best way to swap it. That it'll be something that we can see in the grass and maybe in the sky. At least I can see it. But I'm just gonna have it be like real. We're just gonna do it. This is not a medium that I usually use.
Kind of how we always do.
I don't usually use. I paint, but I don't. Right.
Well, see, you've been wanting to get more experience with this medium. Super visual.
I mean, purple's my favorite color, not orange. But that's what I was afraid of. Is it's not gonna blend. It's gonna. I may have to get some more. It's just gonna kind of look muddy. That's okay.
Well, and on my big rocket, the paint scheme was designed around making sure that the rocket went together the right way, and I knew it was going together the right way because the paint colors
Because the
lined
paint,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the orange. Whoa! Whoa, that's so. I mean, if I knew what I was doing, this would work really well.
But I
But
think
my
it's so
pinball,
cute. It
yeah,
looks
my
like a
little
shark
pin
is
setup.
coming. Yep.
So that's just gonna be.
All right, you done?
I think so.
All right.
I think we're good.
Brava. Okay. It's the next day, which is why we're wearing different clothes. So we're going to put this guy together. The paint is dry. The epoxy has cured. I think I said yesterday that we were waiting for the glue to dry. It wasn't glue. It was epoxy. Epoxy doesn't dry. Epoxy cures. So, Amy, your job is going to be, with an X-Acto
Then
knife,
we'll do that.
to, yes, cut out these slots where the fins go.
Just because I can like pop this part.
I'm just putting a little CA on this lip, just to give it a little more strength, because it's in the impact area. There we go. Now, we're going to put this O-ring. Why do I keep calling what is this called? Eye bolt.
Eye bolt.
We're going to put this
every
eye
time you
bolt.
say O-ring, I think of
That's Challenger.
scuba diving, frankly.
Oh.
Actually.
Oh, that took a turn.
I know.
All right.
For whatever reason. One of the many things we do.
I'm gonna drill a hole with this drill. Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, now I got our little eyeball in.
Can you demonstrate the knot for the kids at home?
Wow, yeah, they're watching closely. They just learned it. It was
Rico.
super. There's a lot of different names for this knot, and I don't know why I call it. Lark said I'm pretty sure that's what it was called in the Girl Scout manual. All right.
Okay, so here's
Shove this motor tube
Kevlar.
up into that rocket, and you want to get these guys lined up front and end with that hole.
This situation.
Yep, and while you do that, I'm going to take the tape off the fins.
Oh, good. I'm glad you started this. You already tested this out, because that was way easier than it looked before.
Yeah, this is one of those things that takes muscles. Meter. However long the distance is between a...
Oh.
Atta girl! I mean...
I don't.
Alright. I want to test this. Alright, you were not precious enough here. Or you were too precious. Because it's not in. You just force. Not sure we got it.
Just, oh.
But then,
It goes in and then it goes in.
yeah, it really should. Try if we can get that one to lock in.
Okay.
Give me strong. This,
So is this in place?
little update. So we had some trouble getting the fins on, doing the through the wall thing, so we took the motor mount out. And we continued to have trouble getting the fins in the fin lock system. We have finally succeeded to get the fins into the fin lock system. You'll note outside of the airframe. So our whole plan here is now going to be to see this in place, and then cut some slits from the fin slits. We're going to cut those down to the end on one side and do a little flap and see if we can slide the airframe over this fin can and then seal it up at the bottom. So that's the new plan. Because when you're doing rocketry, sometimes your plans change. Ignore the Dremel tools. We totally didn't get out the Dremel, and also it's not about 45 minutes later. I'm just saying. It's fine.
This will fly once. Maybe. Wait, how much do you like your countertop?
Oh, it's sacrificial.
Okay.
I mean, look at it. It's got more nicks, bruises, cuts, wounds. It's been there. Oh, CA's everywhere.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to do safety. This was inside the
Everything's
CA.
fine. I'm going to tell you what I did in a second.
Okay.
It's super clever, and I've
Okay.
done it before. Because I'm super clever.
Okay. I was like, be perfect.
And we did it upside down. Typical. I mean, everything about this build has gone so well.
Yes, they tell you that me and IKEA furniture. Way to go. Don't move. There she goes.
We're still gonna have to do that
Still
flare
gonna have to
action,
flare.
but it's gonna be easier, I think, with...
Oh! Yes!
Oh!
Yes!
Did you see that?
Yes,
Did
it
you
all
see that?
Force it. When in doubt, push harder.
We're now going
It's fun.
to do some fillets here.
Okay.
We're gonna glue these. So this is the fins are glued to the airframe
forever.
Forever. Forever.
I mean, I'd have to be really excited about it. There we go. Ooh, that's gonna run down the side.
Not if we wait till it dries before we turn it, like I didn't do last time. I cannot believe I'm about to say this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I need to mix up some more JB Well. Alright.
Do you want to show the people?
No.
No, they don't get down.
Nope.
Knowing us.
Alright, I'll put a blob down, and then you just,
Yeah, so
I'm
we're just
gonna
gonna line it up
eyeball
with
it. There's your blob.
Thank you. Love that. And I'm pointing the aerodynamic end towards the front.
Correct. Which means it's not incredibly fun to put on the launch rail. Did we get it on us? Is it a day that
Just
why?
Just so I get less of it on the rocket. Using the old
Alright, look down the center. Does that look good?
I think it will do.
Alright.
That'll do.
We'll let this dry, or let this cure.
Cure, not try.
And we did it.